Despicable Me fans, get ready. The beloved franchise, which started way back in 2010, has become the highest-grossing animated film series of all time. With 3 sequels, 2 spin-off prequels, and endless fan-favorite moments, it seems like this franchise has no plans of slowing down anytime soon. And now, with Despicable Me 4 on the horizon, there's so much excitement and speculation about what's next for Gru, his family, and the mischievous minions. In Despicable Me 4, we'll see Gru and his family facing new challenges as they enter the Anti-Villain League's Witness Protection Program. Why, you ask? It's all because of Maxim Lal, the film's big baddie who is out for revenge on Gru. As always, Gru must stay one step ahead while also raising his son Gru Jr., who's been pulled into a scheme by Poppy Prescott, an aspiring young villain herself. Poppy's got her eyes on Gru's past and uses it to blackmail Gru Jr., which complicates things even more for our favorite former villain. While Despicable Me 4 focuses on Gru and Maxim's rivalry, it also takes us on several side adventures. Some are light and silly, but at its core, this movie remains about Gru's journey. He's evolved so much since the first film, and that growth is beautifully highlighted here. The movie's finale brings all the characters together to celebrate and reflects on how far Gru has come, all while keeping us hooked for what could come next. The biggest question on everyone's mind is Despicable Me 5 happening? Well, it's not official yet, but based on the franchise's history, it might only be a matter of time. Director Chris Renaud has expressed that while there are no immediate plans for another sequel, the franchise will definitely continue if the story and fan interest are strong enough. Speaking of new stories, Despicable Me 4 introduces a new generation of minions, the Mega Minions. These superpowered little creatures stand apart from the regular minions we know and love thanks to their special abilities. While they didn't get much screen time in this movie, it's clear that there's potential for them to play a much bigger role in future films, possibly even getting their own spin-off or larger part in Despicable Me 5. Their unique abilities were key in defeating Maxim Lal, leaving plenty of room for further exploration. But it's not just about the minions. The family dynamic in Despicable Me 4 has also deepened. Gru is learning to balance his responsibilities as a father and leader. His relationship with his son Gru Jr. adds a fresh layer to his character, especially when Poppy Prescott gets involved. Poppy, who starts off as a villain in training, eventually becomes a surprising ally to Gru and his family. The bond between Gru and his son could be a central theme for Despicable Me 5, should it happen. There's also some speculation about a possible team-up between Gru's former enemies. All of Gru's old adversaries are now locked up in the same prison, and it would be the perfect setup for a villainous reunion. Imagine seeing all those big personalities coming together to plot their revenge against Gru and his family. That could set the stage for some truly epic showdowns in the next film. However, Despicable Me 4 also raises an interesting point about the timeline of the franchise. Despite so many events happening across the films, the characters haven't aged. Little Agnes is still just a toddler, and Margot remains a preteen. Director Chris Renaud revealed that they've embraced a Simpsons-style approach to aging, where the characters remain timeless and never grow older, despite the events of the story. This might seem strange, but as the director points out, the young audience doesn't mind, and it keeps the tone of the franchise lighthearted and fun. Still, there's a chance that in future films, Gru's kids might eventually grow up. If Despicable Me 5 gets the green light, we could see some more mature storylines for the family as they continue their adventures. Maybe Gru will finally retire from the Anti-Villain League, or perhaps his kids will follow in his footsteps and take on the villain world themselves. Whatever direction the next film goes in, it's clear that the Despicable Me universe has endless possibilities. So what do you think? Will Gru's family take center stage in Despicable Me 5? Could we see a massive villain team-up? And will the Mega Minions rise to become the next big thing? One thing's for sure, the future of this franchise looks incredibly bright, and we can't wait to see what comes next. Be sure to smash that subscribe button to stay updated on all the latest news, rumors, and reveals about the Despicable Me universe. You won't want to miss what's coming. See you in the next video.